Kirby demo. The Kirby demo is, oh boy, was the Kirby demo just the highlight of my Friday. If you haven't tried it yet, it's amazing. I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, you can see what I've been playing recently. Metroid, probably one of my favorite games last year. Played that on stream. Probably should have uploaded that to YouTube. Oh well. Final Fantasy VIII, been replaying that. Hades on and off. Pokemon Arceus because that was pretty good. I'm going to try normal and see how difficult normal is before I potentially throw my Switch against a wall.
On the faraway continent of Norzelia, 3 mighty powers reigned.
I mean, I'm already playing Elden Ring. I really don't need to prove myself in terms of a difficult game anymore.
Bringing flourishing trade.
Oh, you're going to get Tower. Definite. And you already had Tower. You're not going to have Tower for another 3 months, I think.
The Grand Duchy of Esfrost, a land of ice and snow beneath which slumbers rich veins of iron.
Siberia.
And in the desert, the holy state of Hyzat.
Dubai.
Home to the lake from which is harvested the salt essential to life.
The spice must... I'm going to be referencing tons of shit throughout this, but, Dune. Okay.
With each nation controlling one vital resource, conflict between these 3 powers was all too common. Minor disputes and skirmishes gave rise to fierce battles, and before long, the realm was engulfed in a bloody conflict that would rage on for years. Many died in what came to be known as the Salt Iron War.
I mean, we're already better story than Wotive, so good start.
Brought to their limits and facing their mutual demise, the 3 powers at last negotiated a truce. The Norzelia Consortium is formed, a neutral organization that oversees fair trade of iron and salt. Finally, peace came to the realm. 30 years pass. Now, a new bond is set to be formed between the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and House Wolffort of Glenbrook, whose power in the kingdom is second only to that of the royal family itself.
Also, in the IRS, I'm hoping that this game is good. I think gameplay mechanically wise, the demo sold me on this game already, but story wise, I hope we don't go Star Wars prequels stuff.
Good morning. Congratulations, my lord. The future of Wolffort is looking brighter than ever.
Today's the day, is it not? We're all ready for the big moment. Thank you, everyone.
Young Master, Lord Serenoa. So, you were here after all.
Pretty good deal for Ukrainians, I guess, except for the fact that their entire country is being destroyed.
Ah, Benedict. It would seem word has reached the people already.
You can thank Eridor for that. He couldn't refrain from blabbing the news to anyone who would listen.
Oh wait, there's an
This is
auto
a
button,
momentous
isn't there?
day, not merely for our domain, but for all of Glenbrook.
Hands off,
I do not
boys.
think it possible to keep it a secret.
This is well and true, my lord, but you must consider your betrothed's lineage.
I'm well aware of the situation, Benedict. I cannot say for sure what repercussions this may have. What I do know is that the people rejoice for us and harbor hope for the future. As the future Lord of House Wolfort, I must rise to the occasion.
Fine resolve, my lord. As House Steward, I will do all in my power to assist.
Thank you, Benedict. It is heartening to have the support of my father's right-hand man.
There's something strange about this
We head to the
dialogue.
court then, my lord.
So soon? I had thought we would have more time.
The river's waters have risen with the heavy rainfall earlier this week. And given the wind, I think it likely that Esfrost's ship will arrive ahead of schedule.
You never cease to amaze. Very well then, let us be on our way.
Feels like there's something weird about this dialogue. Two types, main and sub. You can't. Oh, you can scroll while you're wondering about that. There are two types of events, but you are only going to see one of them for right now. Don't worry, everybody. We're still technically streaming in the right category, because look. Oh, there's Wodev. Okay, and we're back. Wodev's just doing what it's doing. Hey, Diggs. Thank you so much, buddy. How's it going?
I thank you for the escort. You are free to go.
Pink-haired women.
Lady Frederica.
I'm going to... You are no longer called Frederica. I'm now calling you Ritz, for no reason whatsoever.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is not the type to keep a lady waiting.
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting happiness, my lady.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new home and for my motherland.
There is something weird about the dialogue in this.
Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady. We leave the rest to you, Gila.
It is what it is, Apple.
I shan't let you down.
Question is Diggs going after Lanon? We have FFT. We already have FFT at home. FFT at home is FFT. It came first. No? Ugh, you globalers already today are just getting on my nerves. Schnubbing Lanon.
Finally, we can take a moment of respite from our long journey. That said, it would seem we've arrived ahead of schedule.
I much prefer it to being late.
I agree with that. FFT at home is the PS1 version. Then
This is a
again,
momentous day for Esfrost.
PSP
and for the
version had
entire
loading
realm.
time.
We cannot afford to make a bad first impression.
Like ridiculous loading times.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you looking so tense. Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea.
Does she have enough
After all,
movement
This may be the last
ability
time in
to
a
go
while
for a
that I am
stroll?
free to do as I please. Most are not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage, such as me.
Everyone pay attention to the pendant. Could be important.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have of my mother.
You know, Square Enix really needs to start hiring fans. Ooh.
Thank you kindly, little lady.
You have a lot of
Letting a whole boatload of
burgeoning
cars go back
accents
home was
here.
a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to welcome you.
Yeah, this is just, I don't know what people are talking about. We're streaming in the right category. This is a new mode in Wotiv. See, when you're farming in Wotiv, you just activate this mode and you actually get to play a game.
Winds
Ew.
of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
I think there's a save in progress. Oh, no, the blue pentagon is about to reach the red pentagon. Diggs, I gotta ask you a question if you're still here. Are you just bored with Wotiv lately?
What do you intend
Can't
to
just
do
be
with
me.
us?
I know it's some people in chat, but
Make you our little hostages is all.
thank you. It's not just me, right? Like, it's not even the global side or the JP side. It's like both. Both are just really, really dull right now. But hey, we're getting Linkverse in the future, so I'm sure that'll pick it up.
And wring every last coin out of the duchy and House Wolford.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellen?
All Rosellans have pink hair.
And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant.
I
Did we
love
go
the
off in
old
wrong boat?
broken English. Oh, so Diggs must be
Ship was full of
talking about
rusty
great
soldiers.
games. He must be talking about getting. Diggs is totally going to buy the Chocobo GP next week, isn't he? Hey, is that Ritz? Yes, this is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 3.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
Haha, stabbed.
Have you bandits no shame? Attacking two innocent women?
And just who in the hell are you?
You gave up the high ground. 3 major guiding convictions prevail. I think that's a T. Utility, morality, and liberty. No room for justice in this place. Alright, so which should we choose? Seems like intelligence, asshole, or pacifist, and just annoying, really. FBI watch list impact? Wouldn't that be Princess Connect? I really shouldn't waste time with this. I don't think it's going to matter too terribly much. Diggs, which one did you choose? I want to know which one you chose. Which one did you choose? Which one did you choose?
You two bear a striking resemblance. Might you be father and daughter?
I'm going to go with the clever
You
route.
got that right. This is Trish, my pride and joy. She's a chip off the old block, ain't she?
He's not a recruitable character.
in the hairy arms, maybe.
You wound me, girl! That was supposed to be a compliment.
If you'd prefer, we'll leave you alone to settle your family dispute.
You're the whole reason we're quarreling, you dolt!
Exactly! You're about to pay for messing with Travis, the Bandit King!
I kind of wish...
Our foe has lost their composure. Well done, my lord.
Yeehaw.
Enough of this! You'll regret ruining our plans!
To arms, my lord.
Get out your sharpened stick.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow me to help.
I brought these bombs and explosives.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
Then I ask for your support.
I know that they have knives. Better that you two stay out of it so we can die
And
alone.
you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner.
What are you doing here?
Man with a sharp stick.
Let us talk later. Now, I believe we have some lawless ruffians to rout.
What happened with just the good old-fashioned? I know that everybody needs to make their game feel special, but what was wrong with just calling a person just a healer or a mage? Why isn't this Final Fantasy Tactics?
I hope you adults are ready to learn a hard lesson. You'll need more than numbers to beat us.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that, Diggs.
Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolfort.
But you
Who
could.
are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
Yeah, can I just stop for a second and say that this game is supposed to be filling two voids in my life right now. The first void is like a good Final Fantasy Tactics, okay? Like, I like the old Game Boy games, like the Game Boy Advance games, as well as, the original Final Fantasy Tactics, of course. But it's also filling the void of what Fire Emblem has become. I initially really liked Fates and Fire Emblem If, because they were actually really, really just, fairly good, minus certain things that were added to the game, which are not worth mentioning. But I have not liked where Fire Emblem has been going for a while. Second one was on DS. Felt like a Game Boy Advance game, to be honest. Alright, you know what they say, learn by doing.
Give him a fight, man. Distinguish yourself in battle and you receive your due reward.
As Suikoden, I never played Suikoden. I think I bought one of the games, and I never really played it.
We do not take kindly to thievery here in Wolfort. You will pay for your crimes.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't much of a dating game. If on the Japanese side had the really creepy petting game, which was like Pokemon. The Pokemon, what was it? Sun and Moon? Or was it? It wasn't X and Y that had it. But but with characters, which was like it was just, especially because some of them are underage. It's what's the word? It starts with a C. Creepy. It was creepy, but it did let you know.
You think you're all high and mighty, huh? Well, we'll show you we're no slouches ourselves. Point me at 'em. We're just trying to make a living here. Yeah.
Our land has no place for those who disregard the law. Let us pry out their weakness.
Oh, remember, you can hit X when the characters are talking. Look at their full art description. But only when they're talking. Yes, it seems to bring up a menu otherwise.
I have your back.
Splendid. My turn. My lance strikes true. Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see who brings down more of these ruffians.
I think not.
Kind of want to see what happens if I just die.
These are no ordinary men.
Let us remain calm and clear-headed. Cool heads shall prevail.
Cure wounds or rod.
We must defend ourselves from this. Allow me. Two ashes.
Oh. It'd be funny if Horseman died.
From where shall we strike?
Kind of want to go after the big guy. He seems like more dangerous. Aha!
I shall do what I can.
I'll be interested to see how punishing this game is.
That seemed to work.
I won't lose.
Prepare to lose.
You don't stand a chance.
I will end this.
No permadeath. And this is supposed to be a strategy game?
With the powers in me.
I have the power. Oh, that was violent.
Hope you're ready. Yeah!
From where shall we strike?
That's the weakened guy.
This ends here.
I won't lose.
Let us pry out their weakness. I have your back.
Well done. Let me heal your wounds.
Let me bonk you on the head.
Ready for battle. Here. Bullseye.
I will end this.
Or are we really? He is really going to die, isn't he?
For myself.
Another. Hope you're ready.
For the honor
Ooh.
of House Wolf.
Okay. All right.
You made a grave mistake.
Let's do now.
We down here.
I'll try this.
Oh, which one? Because I didn't watch the original Masters of the Universe, but I've watched some of the
Let
Netflix
us
stuff.
pry
It's
out
not
their weakness.
not bad actually. I actually kind of think it's all right. Bonk.
They're good.
Be at ease.
Healing.
Make way.
I fight for peace.
Scorch. Yeah, let's burn them.
In me.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
For the honor of grace. No, we've already done that joke. We can't do it again.
For victory.
Hello.
I
Spoils
shall try
secured.
my level best.
Bonk.
Work.
Let me heal your wounds.
Let me savagely
Be
beat
gone with
you.
Make way.
I fight for peace.
I fight for peace. Piece of that. I know. Don't make those terrible jokes, do we?
Hello, me.
Damn.
I won't lose.
I struck true.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
We're going to beat you to death. I'm going to miss horribly. Uh-oh.
Impossible.
Point me at him.
I shall try my level best.
Your defense is weak.
For the future of House Wolford.
I shall do what I can.
Probably good to heal.
Be at ease.
The tides are turning.
I fight for peace.
Everybody's fighting for peace, man. I mean, I love watching me some old shows, too. Do I hit myself here?
With the powers in me, we will make
Nope.
our ideals
I don't. That's good to know.
I won't lose.
Wow, he just hammer tossed us.
I shirk from no danger.
Damn it all!
Oh wow, he turned into
From where shall we strike? Ha!
bonk.
To lead, I must grow.
I honestly don't know where she's
There
going.
is no mercy on the battlefield. I have your back.
Much appreciated.
We've been weakened.
Who needs healing? He does. He kind of does.
One step closer to our hope.
I mean, it's kind of okay to just keep getting EXP here.
I cannot lose.
That's debatable, young lady.
Here I come.
Struck true.
My turn.
That hit the mark!
From where shall we strike?
Time to savagely beat you to death.
Here.
Make way!
Let us pry out.
I haven't bought this yet simply because Elden Ring and they offer a lengthy demo. But yeah, you should play the demo first.
Shall we begin?
Wait, where'd she go? Oh, she's really running into the corner, huh?
At this rate,
No, finish the sentence. At this rate, you...
For victory. Forward.
Point me at him!
Let us pry out their weakness.
Let me heal your wounds.
I mean, there's no reason to not, because it's not like there's MP, so you might as well just get as much EXP as possible. It seems like you could game this system pretty hard, though.
For victory.
Like, what's to stop you from just constantly, like, leveling a healer or
Not an
whatever?
option.
There
That
is
worked,
no
huh?
mercy on the battlefield.
Damn, that hurt!
I cannot lose.
Judging on your HP, that's not entirely true.
Let me heal your wounds.
See, like, you could just constantly keep getting attacked, provided you can out-heal them. You could probably just accumulate pretty easily.
Take that.
Donk.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Let my guard down!
I see a path to victory.
I see a path to keeping her in the same spot
Let
forever.
me show you what I've learned.
Nope, 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 nope.
Shall we begin?
Be at ease. You have my gratitude.
Charge.
So what happens if I just block her in?
You won't be perfect opportunity!
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
I mean, I can just bonk her.
That hurt!
That seemed to work.
I fight for peace.
This isn't good.
Be at ease.
I won't lose.
It's a little...
Defeat
Whoops.
is not
Ah,
an option.
fuck it. Oh, let's just kill him.
Perish.
That hurt. You'll rue this day, you bastards!
Yeah, she's kind of fun. Honestly, seems fine. It's a little clunky because I wish there was just like a skip to the next unit button.
That's the Wolfort Lordling!
What's that you say?
Diggs, did you find out that there's a fast forward button?
My bride-to-be.
Oh, I tried to be.
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed by bandits. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolfort my new home.
I have so much
The
personality.
honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows.
That's fair. That's fair.
Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolford that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness!
I mean, it's not like Vivi and Steiner or anything.
Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
Ha ha ha.
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
I actually have been like trying to keep an eye on some stuff in Wotiv. I'm pretty sure that Sadali has bugs.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family. Could that have been...
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Gila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
See, this is why I can't let Wotiv just run in the background, because it
Allow me to
crashes.
introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolfort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
I mean, our character is really not showing much personality, so I'd love it if he could show any. Demes? I'm going to go with the second one because I think it's going to get me the most points with my wife.
I find your courage more noteworthy than your appearance. You held your own out there on the battlefield.
You flatter me, my lord. I apologize if I was out of
Yes, you sound very flattered.
Far from it. House Wolfort values the strength and courage of one and all.
I have lived a sheltered life in Esfrost, but I promise I will do all in my power to make myself useful.
That makes
Well, there you go. Get in the bedroom. Let's go. Time to make some children.
Time for us to learn together.
Yes, together.
I have this new book. It's the Comma
Frederica,
something.
Everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolfort.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
There's more than something just a little strange about the way that dialogue is delivered in this game. It's not bad. It's competent. It's just so flat a lot of the time.
Serenua of Glenbrook's House Wolford and Frederica of Esfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations.
Ritz, that's definitely Ritz. Just older.
In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
Alright, so the green ones are supposed to be optional. The red ones are supposed to be story advancing. I am going to, sorry, I have the microphone.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
I am going to be using liberal use of the fast forward button because honestly, a lot of this dialogue feels a bit fluffy.
It seemed Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family.
Still no JP news, by the way.
I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Claris.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this.
Next up is Colonel
Source like
Egghead.
Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Your Highness, Lord Phalus and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived.
You know, guys, they can probably hear you. You're having a fairly loud conversation, not that far
They
away
will be
from
joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Phalus has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
Yes, yes.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family.
Lord who of the what's it?
Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing.
I do like this X button. That's like, who am I talking? Who's talking again? Oh.
Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney.
Tournament, got it.
Allow me to escort you to Whitehome Castle, where the...
No, I got it. You can use less words, dude. Hey, there's a tournament going. Here are a bunch of pricks that are going to be in the tournament. Okay, got it. If this was, if we were playing Elden Ring...
Finally, you return.
If we were playing Elden Ring, they would have just said, guys over there. Fight. I won't tell you how. Because that's every Souls character ever. Vague information, nothing helpful. Go find it your fucking self.
At ease, Huet.
Oh?
I trust all was well in my absence.
Do go on, Tally. You guys had unlimited
Well,
gold chamber?
Another visit to the Wolfort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I also like this feature because it's literally like someone's talking to me and I'm just looking up in my like journal of like, who the fuck are you again?
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
The unlimited gold chamber doesn't interest me that much. Like, even if people are like, well, you have like thousands of small stamina pots, you could use them just for that. I'm just like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I'd rather wait for a triple farming opportunity and just get all my farming done then. It seems way better.
Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Okay, lady, I get it's your job, but you're a little too devoted.
Huet. Forgive me, truly.
By the way, that is one of my least favorite tropes in media as a whole. When you have the character's name, ... It's... I hate it. And I don't want to go on too much of a rant, although that's, I know what some people watch this channel for. I hate it.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow. and alongside House Wolfort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
I'll try and find it and point it out the next time it happens. But it's when characters are doing lines of dialogue, endless lines of dialogue, but you get the person's name ...
His Grace told me.
As you wish. As you wish.
No, don't do that ever again. Zoom out. Please always keep out. I mean, I'm just not a big fan of votive farming. I mean, like unlimited gold, I get that it's very useful and you could clear out a lot of your small stamina pots, but it's just like triple farming or nothing, man. That's my opinion. Give me the triple drops or give me death. Yes.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
Yeah, but nothing interesting.
None to speak of. Aside from Eridor here.
Oh, she doesn't have
What else is
artwork. You are not important.
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that
It's not about it's really more about just the time use of it. It's just
there is no
doesn't
cause for concern, Eridor.
not good.
Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind.
Yeah.
This must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
No, it's true. I mean, that's why I
I'm
have.
Frederica. It is a pleasure.
That's why I
and
have
honor to meet
almost 4 billion gold now
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your
and 50 weeds, just to make
Allow
some
me to
people
introduce
jealous.
those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
Oh, good, Anna. Anna's like the character I really like.
They may
Oh,
not
your
be of
5
blood.
billion will be gone
They are
fairly
my
shortly
family
with
just the same,
runes.
and from this day
Bad
on,
news, runes
your
kind of
family
suck
as well.
in terms of resources you need to
I
pour
am
into
aware
them.
that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in
Unless you're
power and
super lucky
influence.
on your rolls, but
I will
even
do
then
my
it's
best
just
not to
really
disappoint
expensive.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
Found is a strong word.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for...
Just gonna skip a bit. Strike enemies from the shadows. Take 2 actions. Well, there must be a fight, otherwise they wouldn't be giving me this information yet. One thing I'm concerned about this game, I don't know how long it is. Also,
As you are well aware,
I mean, it feels like
there are
most
two
of this game
events
is
of
going to be
utmost importance
cutscenes.
to be conducted before Lord Serenella and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regnant for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the three nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven.
Also, I only
And
have
our own Lord
2 weeks
Simo
to
will
beat
serve
this
as
game
Lord
before
Simo,
Final Fantasy
and he will be
Paradise
the
comes
before
out.
the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolfort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony... my blood's already rushing.
There is probably some useful information in there. This is going to be one of those games where the speed run is actually like 10 minutes because you skip all the cutscenes. There's lots of speedrunning games out there where people do interesting tricks, like jump over walls or whatever, and get into out of bounds. This game, it's just, you just hold the skip button a lot.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho, the pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
He's not be so humble.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Well, this little kid, he isn't too successful with the ladies, so we figured, what the shit.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
We'll break that.
Forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
Just be good breeding stock. Ha 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 ha.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
You're really a bunch of figureheads, just as a symbolic gesture that probably won't mean anything once one of us betrays the other in the next 2 hours.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolfort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations...
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
Is she hot?
Just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
No. He was unavailable?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse...
We could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Aha! Betrayal.
Father!
Immediate betrayal.
Lord Simon.
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was.
Oh, you're supposed to
For
be
this reason
poisoned.
and
Come
more,
on, let's get the plot rolling.
as of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolfort.
Well, that was quick.
You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready.
You know, this is completely unrealistic. I know it's a fantasy in a video game, but the idea that a ruler would step down because they're too old? Come on.
Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully. Then
I have a lot of morality for a kingdom ruler.
do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
He's even older. And he's still going into the battlefield. What's my excuse?
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
That's
Lady
great.
Frederica,
Well, I gave you a kingdom and found you a
is not
woman,
simple.
so hopefully you don't
There are
cock
many
it up.
who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife.
Remember,
but also as your own
you
person.
don't really have a choice here.
This is House Wolfort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. It was my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
She's just really okay with all of this, isn't she?
But Lord Dragan and Minister Lilac.
Very well. Presiding over tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours.
Nothing could
And after
possibly
that
go
will be your
wrong
wedding.
between then and now.
Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
Yay, chapter 1 done, boys. We did it. One down, some odd number to go. Maybe don't spoil the number for me. Best if I find out.
30 years
It's just like if
after
someone were to
the
show
Sultan
me
raged
a
across
full
Moselle,
map of Elden
a
Ring,
vein
I'd
of
be
precious
really
minerals
unhappy.
was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land.
Still no word of news yet, by the way.
United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility. One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success. The first step
But they were all of them deceived.
Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolfford. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolfford from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
There's probably another fight somewhere in here. What I do want to know is if there are free battles.
Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the... None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Money.
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Arch. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son?
Serenoa Wolfford.
And I am Frederica.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolfford in Serenoa's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolfford.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my friend.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be...
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone...
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you...
Yeah, this is a game that's really, really... This game is definitely in the cutscenes, like, put it down kind of thing. Maybe do your taxes in the meantime. Jump, jump, jump down. I mean, honestly, like, so far I like the music. The combat's pretty fun. Doesn't feel like it's opened up too much yet. Not feeling like I have a super good concept about how... Kitty! Kitty! I don't have a super good idea of how open the later half of the game will be. I wonder how many wife points I'm scoring. Ooh, 300 money. I assume that there's like potentially open farming stages. I mean, the graphics are also pretty nice. They got a little bit of detail. I kind of wish that this was a little more fantastical. I feel like it would be nice if it was just a wee bit more fantastical. I am getting hungry, and I
thank you for your
don't really
hospitality
have any
today,
food
Lord
at the
Zeranoa.
moment. Shoot.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
I'm going to put this on just go, and I'm just going to grab something to eat because I really need some food. Go game. What happened? Did we die? Died. Bugger. Hey, look, we're on the Sadali step up. Who wants to do some of the Sadali step? There we go.
I have heard much of your ingenious
There we go.
contributions
All right.
to the mining efforts.
Go for a minute. I'm going
I
to
sense
get
prosperous
something.
days are ahead of
Maybe
us.
start supper.
As do I.
Oops.
Finally,
Was it
our
just
nations
not
enter into an
going?
age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzam's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
I need
bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister.
Oh, there we go.
We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt. And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see.
Okay, skip.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few.
You agree with me then?
Indeed. We
Kind
must
of skip
set
ahead to
our
random
gazes
points.
to
It
the
makes more
future.
for more
All of
interesting
us.
story.
I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Oh my god. Cutscene.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Rude.
Yes, of course, brother.
Spineless.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries.
By the way, in the background, totally farming Final Fantasy X. Exciting, I know.
It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patria.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Oh my god, he said hell.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for
Nani?
you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs.
Are you being
They're not
ominous?
servants,
Why are you
they're
being
my
ominous?
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Hey, Nitch, how's it going?
Stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
She's going to die. She is absolutely going to die. She is
To train with Sir Maxwell.
Ophelia.
That'll clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Wait, does that count as a spoiler? Brother. So, I mean, there's a fair bit to like about this game, definitely. I have a few issues with it. First of all, I think it is a I think it is a specific type of mood game. It is not really that fast paced. It has a lot of dialogue, and it probably should have been edited down by somebody. Um, it has really uneven pacing of just being like, you get to do a mission. Okay, all right, now you do a fight, and then you get like a disproportionate amount of talking with very little to do in the meantime. And you spoil a 30-year-old game still. I think you can spoil anything technically to a person that's just, so long as they get annoyed, right? I think you've successfully spoiled something. Like Boromir dies in Lord of the Rings. I'm sure that would piss someone off.
Fear wavers, my prince.
It's just how
Something
much
weighs
you
on your
actually
mind.
care and kind, right?
You've always been able to see through me.
Like, it's Lord of the Rings. How have you not seen Lord of the Rings? What's wrong with you?
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
I mean, it's like
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
It's also like spoiling like Snape kills Harry Potter. I mean, there's just not much you can do about it at that point.
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
We're talking about spears still, right?
Take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Boromir is a Chad.
That would explain your improvement.
Okay, alright.
Saranoa is a worthy training
A bit of a prick, but he could be a bit of a
Even so, I have
Chad
no
too.
doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm.
I just think
what
he has
already know.
maybe too much pressure
You
put
are
on
a
him by his
warrior, worthy of
asshole
your
father.
family's
I think
legacy.
a lot of people could relate.
Sir Maxwell,
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince.
Donald Duck is now in
Sometimes I
Pokemon
wish I'd
too,
been
or he
born
will
your
be.
son instead.
Surely you jest, your highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
He probably won't grow up to be an asshole.
Apologies.
Become an asshole.
I forget myself.
Anyway,
Taking quite a blow.
I like the music. I
Anyhow,
generally like
I
the
suppose I should
artwork.
rest till tomorrow.
A
Be
matter
well,
of
Sir
fact,
Maxwell.
compared to the artwork, like the 2D artwork, I prefer the sprite work. I kind of like the sprite work a little bit more. I like the music. I like the battles. I feel that this game has really bad pacing. And as a streamer, I'm wondering how I could make it more enjoyable to watch. Like, people who are here for this kind of game, sure, they're going to be totally fine with it. But I feel like it's like this long bout of nothing for me to do. And when you only have so much streaming time in a day, it's kind of unfortunate.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Octopath Traveler. There's something about it that didn't quite gel for me there. Is there anything else? This also is becoming a little annoying with every time. It's like, well, I want to do a sweep around the map. Make sure that there's nothing I'm missing. Because be damned, whether or not it's slow, it is 100%.
Now that's what I call a feast.
Oh yeah, he's a villain.
You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
Is Dragon coming on to me?
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
They don't bug me that much. I wouldn't say that it doesn't. That's the one thing, is that team behind Octopath and Triangle Strategy, they have this wonderful backboard to do all of these more fantastical fantasy-based things, but it feels almost a little too much grounded in reality. Like, it was one of the problems that I kind of had with Final Fantasy XII, kind of, is that it sometimes felt like it just wasn't those amazing, fantastical highs. I think in the first Final Fantasy 13 kind of had that problem, but I think of just like Final Fantasy 9, 8, 7, 6, and how grandiose some of those things could be, and it feels like this game could, embellish that a little more.
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
You're probably misjudging him. He looks like, well, not like that.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
Shut up, woman.
No
You're not allowed to
apologies are
talk
needed.
without your king's
I am
approval.
Happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Also, these two main characters have about as much chemistry as oil and water, actually.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Like, 14 has a good amount of grandiose to it. Like, it goes big on some stuff. I mean, hell, the resetting of the world with Bahamut is a great example of just having fun with a fantasy idea.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did
There is a
Lady
mobile
Frederica lead
gotcha
as first?
Octopath. It's coming overseas later this year, I think. I look forward to not playing it for
Alas.
obvious reasons.
Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine.
We got racism. Racism, boys.
Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them.
Again, just want to point out, this guy looks like this, and Frederica said that he is, what did she say? It was like noble and just and a pure heart. This guy looks like he looks like the lawyer for a tobacco company that's been poisoning children. I don't believe it for a single second that this guy is good.
They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica.
Well, don't you see? There's tons of triangles on screen right now. If you can't see them, don't worry, we have a good eye checker.
My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters.
Let me tell you my life story.
But no more. I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds.
Okay, but you have a sinister tone. Why do you sound sinister?
And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
He has a pure and just heart. He sounds evil. Don't let that throw you through a loop.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
But he has a pure heart.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony. I am too.
I'm just gonna skip some of his
But
dialogue.
what are you, my kin to be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
I just can't get over how he looks. Like, you know what, in anime, when you see all the background characters of just like these generic people, and then you see the character with the bright hair color that's like pink or green or blue, and you're just like, oh, it's a main character. Or even like sometimes when it's just like very clearly they're the villain because all of a sudden Matt Damon shows up 30 or like an hour into the movie, and you know they didn't cast Matt Damon to have 3 lines of dialogue and not some importance. And it's just like in these games, man, when you see like a character's artwork and it's just like, it's the villain. You see, this one is like the I'm smarter because I know shit's gonna happen thing, because otherwise there isn't gonna be much of a game. This one is like, eh. And then this one up here is like a little bit foolish. I'm not really into the foolish one. I feel like this one's smarter. I'm gonna go with the smart option most of the time.
It is impossible to understand each nation's
Could be.
motivations.
Could be.
I
Definitely
can't
could
say
be.
whether
And
this
I will
bodes
eat
well.
those words. But I kind of already know that there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to try and kill me in the near future.
Interesting. You are the first I've spoken to.
Generally,
to
I like this
express
game, but
such
it feels
skepticism,
uneven.
and
I think you got to be...
you may see more clearly than most.
I think this is the type of game that you need to be in the specific mood for it. Like, you know how there are so many people in the WOTF community are like, Tactics, man. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics was my childhood. I love that game. I love strategy games. You're probably going to like this, but it's got a little bit of uneven pacing, so it's kind of like one of the things I'm going to talk about 2 games recently, and the difference, and I'm sorry. There's 2 games that came out recently. There is Horizon 2, and there's Elden Ring. And both of the games are kind of action games, mostly, open world style stuff. And I have played both of them recently. And Horizon 2 felt like such a roadblock for me, because I started playing the game, and immediately I started getting all these side quests and everything, and I felt really just hampered from going into the part of the game that was, advertised and everything. Like, I just got so much stuff of just constantly thrown at me at the beginning that it was just like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead with the store. No, there's like 5 side quests. Should probably do the side quests. What if the side quests give me something good? And so I felt really, really bad to start playing Horizon, because I just kept feeling like the game was holding me back because of design and everything. And then I played Elden Ring, and I went up against down the first major path, and I got stomped, and there's video footage of it, so don't worry, it's uploaded on YouTube if you ever want to see it. But Elden Ring just felt so liberating to not have a ton of shit on the map, to not constantly be giving me side quests and everything. And it felt so smooth that even when I was constantly dying, I mean, the load times aren't that bad, and I could just get right back in and start exploring new stuff. And if I hit a roadblock, I could just go in a different direction and find something new. There was always something new to be discovering, kind of thing. So it kept, like, one of the things that Elden Ring has done for the first, like, 12 hours that I have played is it's very good about just constantly, like, being like, no, you can just keep going, and there's very little to interrupt. And it feels like you're always kind of just exploring and finding new stuff and maybe getting stronger, or like it's very open in how you do it. It's one of the best open world games I've ever played. But in terms of like one of the things that I think I really enjoy the most about it is that it really doesn't feel of these moments of this unevenness of when I'm playing it, where I'm getting into that little bit of combat and then all of a sudden it just gets yanked away from me for an hour. And this is the problem I'm having with this game right now, where the combat is enjoyable, the voice work is pretty good, the music is pretty good, the settings, nice, and I think there's some good visuals and everything. But short of that first little combat I got to do, I haven't really gotten to do all that much. And I feel like this game is more like Horizon 2, where I'm going to get penalized for skipping stuff, either because of the fact that it's giving me choices that will affect stuff later, or just because of, like, this is a story-driven game. I feel like I should be sitting here and watching the story, but as a streamer, short of me just making smart, snarky quips, I'm skipping over a part that some people are going to like, or some people can't necessarily enjoy fully, because as a streamer, you kind of constantly have to feel like either you're progressing something, and if you're playing a multiplayer game, it's just like, well, there has to be a winner and a loser. If you win or lose, whatever, you're still providing content. But as a story content, or as like playing a single player game, you got to be like, you either have to like go with the people who are like really liking the story and everything and the content, so you feel bad if you skip any dialogue or anything like that. Part of me just wants to get to the next combat thing. Part of me wants to enjoy the story, and it doesn't feel like it's meshing super well. One thing that I really like about the old Tactics game, like Final Fantasy Tactics, was a lot of combat and dialogue was done in the same map, and it kept things going, but it also gave you an option to do fights outside of like key fights very early on. And I think that's important. And I think that's one of the things that this game hasn't done super well at this point, is giving me an option to take a break from all of the dialogue. I have had to slog through a fair bit so far. There'll be Elden Ring 2, The Search for More Money. Don't worry. Yes, open world people, especially Ubisoft. Yeah, that's right. Throwing shade. Definitely need to learn a ton from Elden Ring. I think even Breath of the Wild needs to learn a lot from Elden Ring, too. But in terms of my enjoyment of this game, I do enjoy it. I am a little concerned about streaming it, because it does feel like I don't know if I can do this game super good justice. And it really is like, if people are asking me whether or not I recommend this game, yeah, for strategy people, sure, absolutely. They have mock battles? Okay, I wasn't clear on that. Maybe I skipped over that in one of the tutorials that popped up for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I feel very much like this is a great game. especially if we could get into it, but it's a little sloggy at the beginning for sure.
Like as not, it is a baseless worry.
It is the Lord's place to worry. We may at last share a common goal, but our motivations differ. The future is murky, no matter how brightly some may try to paint it. My new cousin has the intuition of a leader, I see. Or perhaps you're simply a worrywart.
Why compliment me just to shit on me one line later? I do feel like they gave...
In any event,
they wrote a lot for this game, and they were just like... I don't know if this game had a good editor or not, because it feels like some of this could definitely be shortened down. Like, it would be really nice if some of this got shortened down to just being like, the future looks bleak, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I'm a little worried about it. We should do this. Cutscenes should not, or the story part should not probably take as long as they are.
Of a great achievement. As always, it is the young.
Yeah, and that's impressive because it's not short on dialogue.
Old soldiers are frail. Old.
Also, this costs $60.
Lies in our future. Those who make it will mark their names in history.
Oh, please tell me he died of alcohol poisoning.
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy.
Please tell me he died of alcohol poisoning.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
Speaking of passion, how about you two show some passion?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and trueborn siblings.
He's probably gonna get Game of Thrones real soon.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces.
I was kind of also... I was hoping a little bit, not to harp on it too much. The voice work is impressive in terms of the amount of dialogue. The sheer amount of fucking dialogue in this game. It's really impressive that all of it's voiced. But the voices... especially how they play off between our two main characters here. They are not a good romantic couple. If anybody puts these two on a list of best video game couples, no. These two have no chemistry. If it wasn't if they would have came into this game and said anything other than arranged marriage, like these two met on Tinder and have been masticating wildly, I would not believe you for an instant because they are as dry as the Mojave.
But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future.
That's interesting, Blood. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate that.
Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
It froze again.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
We are meant to be Excellent. We got the blinking back. Also, just so you know, Wodev is still farming in the background. Didn't want anyone to panic about that.
Of course, my Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well.
Call me Big Daddy S.
We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa.
Just Wodev being Wodev, right?
Lest he resume his prattle.
See, it would have been nice if she had like a little laughter there. The dialogue is just delivered on like a high school student who is doing a project who just doesn't give a shit level. Today, for my report, I would like to talk about syphilis. Now, syphilis is one of the most... You're talking about syphilis. That's kind of fine, I guess, for an adequate job. For a script reading, yeah, I guess it's adequate, but, you know, maybe toss in a little bit of, you're right, let's take him back to his chamber, or dump him in the lake.
Benedict.
Cumberbatch.
I might...
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
It's a stone, my lord.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors.
I wonder if there's, like, zombies in this game. That could be actually kind of funny.
As do I. For 30 years, you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the
Oh,
my lord.
Oh, good news. He's already in the graveyard.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not.
I'm already in the graveyard. 1 foot in the grave, if you get my meaning.
You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you.
Put some dirt on me, I'm done.
For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
No, I was talking about my dog. Make sure that he gets exercise every day. I don't really give a shit about my son. He's already got a wife. He doesn't need you.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
My old dear friend.
Ah.
Long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
This game was released last Friday. I only got it today. Thank Amazon. Nope. Well, hold on. Let's save first. I really don't want to go through all of that dialogue again. I've done 1 battle so far. Wow, there's actually a loading time. Hi. Iron, stone. Rings are expensive. Got lots of rugs on the ground. Yeah, it's not unlocked yet. That's one of the things of why I'm having such a little bit of a rough time right now, because it's just like there isn't really too terribly much to do, and they're just bombarding me with cutscenes. Prepare yourselves, everyone. I'm going to say one of the nicest things I've ever said about Wodev. At least they've never bombarded me with this much story in a row. Wodev is very concise about getting its story out. Alright, I'm done being nice, no matter how shitty its story is.
I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Ooh, congrats, Derek Meos. I keep getting the move. Disconnects.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolford.
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
No, I was very nice about how concise their story stuff is. Very nice bite-sized chunks. This game is giving me full meals at a time. Here, take this scale, put it in your pocket.
I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience.
I need wood of passionate background.
As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility.
Yes, yes, we get it. You are going to do a good job.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. However, it is of little use without
coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Heed well the advice of your friend. Such has been the way of...
I will, Father.
Well, not giving one to my wife, am I right, boys?
I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty.
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simon...
We just heard this.
The beginning of the joint mining venture.
Like, now would be a great time to just fight a bunch of monsters in the mining area. That would be a really good thing. It'd be a fantastic time to have that kind of just early on mission, fighting a bunch of random monsters that showed up. Never mind.
I suppose the time comes for us all. What wisdom has your father bestowed?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Sarah Noah of House Wolfort. The crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Looks like a king.
Yes, your majesty. I shall not disappoint.
Yeah, that's what I not to be too nostalgic, but that worked really well in my opinion in tactics.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost.
Oh, he looks like an
am
asshole.
fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is...
Dragan, you forget...
You both forget yourselves.
I forget myself.
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
It really is just Ritz from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Such strong words, sister.
This game's strength is not in its character design subtlety. This looks like the woman who just took all the toilet paper out of the restrooms, both men and women, after spiking an entire restaurant's meals with laxatives. And I don't mean like the oh, this is going to be a light flow kind of laxatives. I mean the laxatives that are so strong that the people who ate them are going to be lucky if they have any bones left. Like, this woman is pure evil. She is bitch incarnate. She is awful. All right.
Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Yeah, that
Please,
technically
Erica.
is how this is measured in this.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Sarah Noah Wolford. Well, I suppose we should bother the
It's an
happy
RPG,
couple no
people
longer.
power level. That's what you are able to do
Well
in an
done,
RPG.
Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Jesus Christ. She might as well just go in with the dialogue and be like, by the way, I kicked a puppy this morning and burned down a kitten farm. Later tonight, I'm going to take a shit on a turtle.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Please tell me they're inbred. That would at least give us a reason.
Phalus and Erica Esfrost.
Oh, I thought she said...
Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf.
I thought she said Phallus and Erica, and I'm like, who names their kid Phallus?
And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand
It could be a
endeavor.
tactics reference. Tactics Advance. It would honestly not surprise me. Alright, so we can now use the smithy. It really does sound like Lord Phallus. I'm like, whoa, okay, someone's compensating for something. There was this old, not strictly relevant to this game.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian
We'll wait
Mines
for him to
have
finish.
commenced in earnest.
Okay, not totally relevant to this game, but there was this old card in Hearthstone that had an interesting voice line, and his voice line was a little cut, but he didn't pronounce this T so well. So if you didn't hear it, it sounded a little bit like see you next Tuesday, if you follow my meaning. And yeah, I've never forgotten that, and that's a little bit like Lord Phallus. That's his name for the rest of the game now.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzan's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed.
They could have gone to Twitch if they needed more salt.
It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight.
Oh God, Lord
We owe a
Phallus.
debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture.
Lord Phallus is the biggest pillar of the community.
A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history.
Or until we betray them. One of the two.
Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
That's the best voice work I've heard so far.
Lord Sereno is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Oh, I thought he was standing right next to Serenoa, and I was just like, Bit of a dick move.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin.
Let's get rip-roaring drunk.
Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
He makes good coffee.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
Has he known dittos?
I would take the measure of this man.
Whoa, hold on there, lady. Not in public.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Here, here, here.
And you're all getting executed.
It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Sarah Noah. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
You'll do your father...
Skip a bit.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too. Today, we claim...
I've gotten so many characters to join my party and I haven't used them. Yeah, that would have been helpful earlier. Also, this game is strangely devoid of monsters thus far. Yeah, I get it. Not there. This game is strangely devoid of monsters, yet Huette flies a giant freaking bird. Which is a little strange to say the least. Like, you're fighting humans constantly. And then he's riding a giant bird. Where did she get that giant bird? There is no battles. This is the new Animal Crossing. Also, while I know they're trying not to give me... Ooh, look at me! Look at me, everyone! The prince is running through the fountain. I know that they're trying to keep your decisions, like, fairly secret about which of the three it's altering. But I have to tell you that it would be nice to get a little feedback about that. That prostitute... Dropped $150. Considering that this is... Kitty! Alright, I'm done. Considering that this is like some of the richest people, you think. Oh, you can kind of climb the tree. I would like to point out that this is pretty interesting just because there's a slant mechanic here. And there's actually a gravity push, like a gravitational force forcing me down. Oh. At one point this was supposed to be... Dead and item. That's fair, Dark Mutes. I'm quite the opposite. I know there's a ton of stuff going on in the world right now, and as such, I need distraction. I've been staying up till 2 a.m. many nights, doom scrolling. Hard to go to sleep with knowing that World War III could start any day. I think a lot of us are in the same boat, so, you know, don't feel too bad, man. Sucking up to everybody. I shall be known as Lord Sucketh Uppeth. Elden Ring has been a great distraction for me lately. You know, do what you can. Who learned about the archives? Oh look, it's Asshole. Asshole 1 and Asshole 2. Does he look especially gray to anyone? I'm not actually being funny. Can someone take a look at him? He looks totally gray. Look at the character sprite. He's totally grayed out. Why is that? Alright, 2-second break. We got a little bit of news. What is that artwork? I feel like they grayed him out. That's Gilgamesh, isn't it? But I can't figure out the artwork. It is news day. We were waiting for news to drop. That's the new Wind Vision card. It looks like it's a max level agility card. Some kind of damage resistance on it. Not exactly what I was hoping for Wind to get. Wind attribute units, range attack resistance up, and critical avoidance up. Speed up at max level. Range attack resistance up, Mental penetration rate up. Decreases critical rate. What kind of shit vision card is that? That is not the wind card wind needed. Oh, never mind. There's Gilgamesh's face. I couldn't figure out where his face was on the vision card artwork. And I'm like, is that a new form of Gilgamesh? This fight has never happened in the entire game. And trials are starting this. Okay, anything else? Oh, it just got very quiet in my apartment all of a sudden. Well, it seems just like a ton of like range resistance, which I didn't think was Wind's problem. Not to mention the agility max on the max level vision card is kind of shitty. Yes, it's that other character that looks exactly like Gilgamesh, but isn't Gilgamesh. It's definitely Gilgamesh. It's just weird. It's like, this fight has never happened in the game. And these two have never been in direct conflict as far as we know, so it's just kind of bizarre. But the card itself, like critical damage evasion and range attack, all for losing critical power? I don't like that vision card. Alright, back to Gray Man. We don't talk about Bruno. I mean, we don't talk about Brave Exley. Have I talked to everybody? I feel like the one I forgot to talk to is my wife. Probably get in trouble for not talking to my wife. Who did not talk to your wife? Who failed the game? Alright, I think we're done. I think we talked to everybody. I don't think there's anything else in there. I'd like to unlock mock battles so I could get something to do. Well, that's quite intentional, actually. I know that the smithy has been unlocked. Looks like we actually get a fight. Maybe. I hope. Contest, blah, 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 blah. I'll keep an eye if there's any other JP news, but... That's our healer. We want to keep it back. Put our stronger guys forward. Something like that, because I doubt we're going to get many AoEs. What the hell is he supposed to do? Besides a fat lump of shit. Dagger. Doesn't really tell me much about him. Alright, we get to do another battle. It's nice.
Be gentle, my lords.
I expect no quarter from you, Prince Roland, nor from you, Lord Serenoa. Show us the swordplay your house is.
They're two of Hyzant's most.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Your orders?
I won't lose.
Realize the gulf between our skills.
The hunt is on.
Why does that guy have some? Trying to figure out where I can. Here, let's just.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Trying to figure out if this is it or not.
Let us pry out their weakness. All for victory.
I'll keep on then. Come at me!
And provoke. Here. Oh, I can't provoke. It. Raise your movement by 1 for 3 turns. Sure.
Show me what you're made of.
Now then.
I shall do what I can.
Let me show you what I've learned.
I mean, so far I like Frederica, besides her being kind of emotion.
2 ashes.
2 ashes.
I will end this.
Allow me.
Like, Anna's one of my favorites thus far.
Gents here!
You are not worthy of my time. Your
lifeblood shall paint
Yeah. Anna's gonna be like one of my major characters that I'm constantly trying to level.
You'll get no mercy from us.
Okay.
Go! Forward!
Time to beat you.
Wait your turn! What have we here? Did you see that?
Certain maneuvers will award you kudos. You traded Sundry Shop. Doesn't seem like that important for at the moment. Got stabby stabbed. Got stabby stabbed. Healing.
I shall try my level best. All for victory.
Splendid. Now then. Come at me!
I will end this.
Well, there's a lot of them all in one spot. That's probably pretty good for us.
With the powers in me.
Spells do not affect your own units.
Your orders?
Death by 1,000 cuts, I guess.
Brace yourself! You left yourself open. Did you see that?
Time to take flight. You'll get no mercy from us.
Ooh, shit.
Where shall we strike?
Wait your turn, you brute! Goddess, I thank you for your blessing.
You find the goddess.
The goddess works in...
Let us pry out their weakness.
Can't quite get there. Bonk.
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
This will help.
How shall I destroy you?
You won't beat me!
I love it when enemies are like, how shall I destroy you? Oh shoot, I don't get a turn this turn.
Time to die!
I fight for peace.
Oh man, bad turn to not have any. Right, move one back. We have a lot of turns.
My turn.
Go, Anna.
You left yourself open. See that? I should from no
Level up.
My skills grow sharper.
I asked for no quarter. You did not disappoint. Minister Sourceland.
Oh shoot, he turned into dust. It's twisted now.
Forward. Wait your turn.
Time to take flight.
36 per, 81 per, 90 per.
You'll get no mercy from us.
Nice try.
Oh my god. Status changes. Oh, what do we got here? Poison, paralysis, sleep, silence, immobility, blindness, fury, temp. Oh, temple? Temple? Where's target? So it's charm. Insta-death. Okay. Ice counter, fire counter, take cover, regen, auto-read.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. It is time to strike. I see the threads of battle more clearly.
Nice.
I shall do what I can.
So much for that,
Allow me.
My thanks.
I will end this.
We got 3 enemies left. Probably don't have to aim directly at your husband, though.
Time to work. It's over. This will prove useful.
Throw poison.
Allow me.
won't be easy.
Just get rid of the little guys, then we can just team up on
Where
Lord
shall we strike?
Bart Fatwad here. Ooh, critical. I'm gonna try for the luck. Oh, we got the blind too. Nice. Easy game.
Maybe next time. I see a path to victory.
Time to beat you to death.
Shall we begin?
Like, with only one healer, she is going to be, like, really important.
With clear eyes, I move forward.
For those in need.
Allow me.
Hopefully an AoE heal, actually.
I will end this.
Eat him. Yeah, Anna's gonna be, like, one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Follow my lead.
Maybe next time. That hit the mark.
Here I come. Take
Dead. Heal me. I'm so wounded.
Good try.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Just use one of his abilities. Try and get some more EXP.
Heal your wounds.
Plenty of characters to heal, so that's not a problem.
Let me show you what I've learned.
For you!
Your orders?
Anna gets the kill. Ooh, get him.
This victory is within reach.
Stabby, stabby. I have not played that game. But that sounds like an interesting thing to investigate. Check if there's any more. Looks like that's it for JP News tonight.
Your father taught you well.
Yeah, your father taught you well. You did good. You get to advance. Blah, blah, blah.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well. I accept your challenge.
Oh, CG cutscene!
Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
Stop talking and fight me! Oh, these two are gonna have babies.
I yield.
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell.
Yes, they were in the demo, and they do fight. That's a spoiler, but we'll get there eventually.
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General of Laura. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield.
Oh, you gave up early. I'm curious about how many recruitable characters there are in this game. I feel like there should be quite a few, but I'm worried that there just aren't that many.
I would expect nothing less.
I guess we don't get another fight on the map, do we?
Huh?
I can summarize. We lost. Chapter 2 completed. Game. I would love to unlock mock battles before I finish the stream tonight, because I really wouldn't mind doing some off-screen leveling.
Allies.
Oh, okay, we're skipping a bit. We do not need a recap of what just happened. We just watched it. And so it was that he finished his day of work and did start streaming for a few people who wanted to watch some WOTIV as well as some strategy games. They were very happy. We just went through this.
It is not to be taken lightly. Worry.
You take to your new role well, as I must now.
He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regnus say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses. No.
Mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa, you truly are. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I should...
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will.
I'm getting Gundam vibes from this dude.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this. No doubt.
Alright, well, I'm gonna call it quits for there tonight, because I haven't had supper yet, and it's 8 o'clock, and I really need food. I'll give my brief final thoughts, as well as let you guys know when I'm going to be playing this. First of all, I like it. I overall like it. I think that, it's a good cast of characters. I don't think that the dialogue is the best delivered. It could use some intonation or a little bit of personality in some of the readings, and that is going to drive me crazy over the next little bit. More than likely, but it's a solid little tactics game. I think for people who are like really interested in it, it is a game that I think you can relax at night with. Like, this is, to me, one of those perfect little I'm gonna get in bed kind of games with my Switch and just play. With like a nice little heating blanket and maybe a cup of tea right beside it, or just, it's the weekend, I'm just sitting on the couch, I'm doing something else, and I'm kind of going to watch and play this. Like, I think overall this game feels pretty fun to play. There's enough here to definitely recommend for all the strategy fans out there. And it's really great to play while WOTIV is farming itself. I mean, I honestly don't think, like, for people who are like looking for a Final Fantasy, there really isn't that much fantasy to be had here. I like, it's just not that fantastical of a story yet. Maybe in the later parts it gets way more fantastical, but it feels like more like Fire Emblem without the dragons. Like, I have a feeling there's a reason why no one has Human Killer in this game, because you're probably going to fight, I would assume, 95 to 98% humans. I'm just kind of hoping for some demons to show up. or angels or anything like slightly different. I feel like by the end of this story, I'm gonna be a little tired of fighting humans, but you know, it's minor gripes. It's more preferential stuff that I generally have. The only other thing is that if someone can give you a general summary of some of the things, I think that goes a long way to getting through the opening hours. Because the opening hours... That's kind of interesting. Moat class. Oh, this is actually good. I like this. Level 10, Medal of Bravery. This is definitely way more Fire Emblem-y. Cavalryman. I also like that they get a visual upgrade too. I hate it when you just don't feel that level of progression, man. Serologist? Okay, Frederica looks really cool. I hope she gets, like, I hope the artwork gets upgraded too, but that might be asking too much. Curist, Assassin. Oh, Anna's so my girl. I don't think Flyer is considered to be much of an upgrade, but okay. Okay, I like this. Now that I've seen this I like. I love actual progression systems, and I'm very curious to see how that ends up turning out. There's probably a lot more in this game. What's this? At a smithy, you can upgrade your weapons and unlock weapon abilities. Can you tell me when weapon gets... Can you tell me when those get unlocked? Blood? I like the upgrading system. Alright, that I can dig my teeth in. Is this it? There we go. Alright, so that I can do a little bit in my off time now, which gives me something to do. I am going to be playing this on the next Votive Day. I am planning on probably doing half Votive Days for the next little while until something interesting happens in Votive. And I'm probably... Yeah, so... Crafting materials and battles. Yeah, I can do a little bit of that in my off time when I need a break from Elden Ring and whatnot. Speaking of which... So let me just finish up this stream because I need to go eat something. I will be streaming both Votive and Triangle Strategy again on Wednesday. I'm going to be uploading these videos to YouTube, so if you want to watch them again, you can do that. They're not going to stay on Twitch forever, so I might as well upload them to YouTube. I'll probably do some pure Triangle Strategy days as well. But those will be a little bit later. This week, I'm going to be doing some card game stuff, some Votive stuff, and some Elden Ring stuff. Most likely in that order, too. But yeah, tomorrow will be a slightly later stream, as... Well, no, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll do a midday stream. I'll think about it. Just keep an eye out for the notification, look for the stuff on YouTube, and that's going to be it for me, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching the opening bit of Triangle Strategy. There's some good stuff here, and I think there's going to be more that I can sink my teeth into in the next few days. And I'll probably, more than likely, be doing some leveling off screen tomorrow. So anyway, thank you. I'm going to make a Woad of News video a little later. That'll be it for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.